So, the other day I was playing Modern Warfare 2 and I was searching for a TDM game. I got into a high-rise lobby and it turns out it wasn't TDM, it was S&D. And straight away I noticed it's not a legit lobby, it's an S&D trickshotting lobby. And as you all know, I used to do a lot of trickshotting. I was, and still are, part of that community. So I thought it'd be funny to camp to last, and then when I'm at last, jump off the map, so the round ends, so they can't go for their trick shots. Honestly, I just thought it'd be kind of funny. So the guy who was hosting kicked me out of the lobby, but he like froze my account, so I can't use it. Every time I go to try join a game or make a class, it just freezes my account. I have had this before, and there is a solution to fix this, so I'll have to try figure that out. Honestly, that's not the issue, that's not what I'm here to talk about, but this sort of stemmed an idea once this happened, and that is the Call of Duty cheating epidemic that is sort of going on right now. So this video is going to be a bit of a chilled one. I kind of just want to sit down and talk about this. I've got some notes on my computer, so yeah, just sit back, relax, grab your cup of tea, and enjoy a British man rambling for the next 10 minutes. So the first thing on my list that I want to talk about is every single older Call of Duty game is hacked. And honestly, even some of the newer games. And this has been the case for years. Why? Why is this still the case? And it's annoying because these games, it's not just nostalgia. They still hold up. They are great games. I would honestly, and millions of people would rather play these games than the new games, because the new ones kind of suck, but that's a topic for a whole new video. And it's like, they know this is going on. They could update it, maybe port these games over to the next generation consoles. There's something that they could do. There's no way they can't, but they're just letting these games die, and it's kind of sad. I mean, every lobby on Black Ops 2 is just modded with the theater mode infections. That has been going on for years. I think since like 2020 that's been going on, maybe even before that actually. MWII, every single time I go to play this game, I get into a modded lobby, whether it's trickshotters converting TDM to S&D. There's this other guy who is hosting this like XP lobby, and he's doing this so he can promote his Instagram. The same goes for MWIII, Black Ops 1. You can't play any of the older Call of Duty games without running into these issues, and reasons like this is why Call of Duty is dying. This is why you don't really see many people making videos on this, why you see everyone quitting. I was thinking about this earlier, but I feel like there hasn't been a big Call of Duty YouTuber in like a decade. Call of Duty is one of the biggest games of all time. It breaks yearly sales, but yeah, I feel like I never see anyone getting millions of views like they did a decade ago. That just doesn't happen. People don't blow up off of Call of Duty anymore, and I think that's just because people are bored of it. At least the new games. That's my theory. The new games suck. You go back to MW2 to like Black Ops 3, and there'll be videos with millions of views, but after Black Ops 3, that's not really the case. At least from my knowledge, I can't think of any videos that have gotten millions of views. Maybe there's the odd one, but nowhere near as much as it used to be. The next thing that I have written down is they are still selling these games for full price, which is crazy because when you buy a Call of Duty game, most of the time it's for multiplayer. Maybe the Black Ops games you'll get it for the zombies, some people buy it for the campaign, but I would say 95% get it for multiplayer, and yet it's an unplayable experience. You can't play multiplayer. Why are you still charging full price? I guess the only reason why they're not fixing these older games is because if they do fix them, and I've spoken about this before in previous videos, but it's because if they fix these older games, everyone would play these games. They wouldn't play the newer games, and that's where they make their money. And it kind of just sucks to see that greed is ruining these older games. It's because of greed. They just want to generate as much revenue as they possibly can. I mean, I get it, it's a business. They gotta do what they gotta do. I would love for them to remaster these games, but I don't think that will ever be the case. I could see them maybe doing one, like an MW2 or MW3 remaster. I could see that happening, but to remaster all of these games, I don't think they will ever do that, because if they do that, no one's gonna play their newer games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure that like viewership and player base is down big time this year with Black Ops 7. There's just no interest in the newer games, and at least that's what it feels like. Also, this is a little bit of a side note, but what sort of person uses mods on a video game that is like 12 years old, 13, 14 years old? That is just weird to me. Who's doing that and why? Like, I'll load up MW2 and there's a guy using mods spinning around in circles using aimbot. You're a grown man. Why are you doing this? That is weird behavior. Anyway, my solution for this? Activision needs to make a Master Chief Collection, but for Call of Duty. I have mentioned this so many times. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's the only way they can revive these older Call of Duty games. I think they could patch these games, but the mods will just eventually come back. I think they just need to package it all into one and pull it onto the next generation consoles, just like how Halo did with the Master Chief Collection. That's all they need to do. I'm just tired of not being able to play my favorite games. Like I said, these games still hold up, but they're just unplayable. They're not a fun time anymore, and it's not because they're bad games or they're outdated. It's just because every lobby you get into, there's just modders, and it's just sad. And I refuse to believe that Activision don't have a clue what's going on. They definitely do. They're just choosing not to fix these games. And I'm pretty sure, like, isn't MW2 on PC dangerous? Isn't that like a hazard to play? Like, they can infect your PC and get access to your files and bank stuff, personal data. Like, it's actually dangerous to play. Why is that still up on Steam? Why are they allowing that? I made a video on Steam MW2 the other day, and all of the comments were like, this is dangerous. Did you have protection? Why the fuck do I need protection to play a video game? Like, I'm not making sweet passionate love to MW2. Why do I need protection? That doesn't make sense to me. There's just no way that they have no idea what's going on. It's a greedy company. I hate Activision. The state that the newer Call of Duty games are in, at least to me, I mean, look at this tweet that I saw on Twitter the other day, and yes, I'm calling it Twitter. It's a screenshot of Meltdown on Black Ops 2 versus Meltdown on Black Ops 7. And the comments, they just hate the state of Black Ops 7. There was very few comments where they were supporting Black Ops 7. It's just hated. And it's been like that for many years, I feel like. We get baited in for nostalgia, and then it just sucks. Year after year. And that is why I haven't bought the last 2 Call of Duty games, and I don't think I will ever buy a new one. Unless they remaster one of the older games. Then maybe. But going forward, I don't think I'll ever buy a new Call of Duty game. To be honest. They kind of suck. Anyway, sorry for the ramble, but I'm trying to upload every single Sunday this year, and I haven't had much time this week, so hopefully you don't mind the ramble. Anyway, see you next week.